Here playing Valkyria Chronicles Remaster for the PS4. We are jumping on Chapter 2 at this point. We've just played through the first, the prologue, Chapter 1. We're going to move it right along today, and there's a little bit of story here. We're going to move into a battle pretty quickly after that. If you have any comments, suggestions, tell me I'm awful, tell me I'm great. I'd rather take the great part, but if you're going to tell me I'm awful, I'm okay with that too. Let me know. Feel free to post comments on YouTube. You can look us up at gamersperspective.com. We're currently upgrading the site. We'll be taking some time doing that. But our message boards and stuff are always open. Feel free to join up, chat a little, swing by. My goal is to be streaming Valkyria Chronicles from the start to the finish. All the story, all the gameplay. Whether I'm good, whether I'm bad, I'm not going to edit anything out. We're just going to completely go with it. Just like you would be playing without just trying to make yourself look good on YouTube or wherever. We're just going to play through it as you're sitting on the couch, just chilling out. I'm not going to talk during the story modes or storylines or anything like that. I'll only talk during... whether it's up during the upgrade portions of the game or during the actual combat. I'll kind of talk as we go through that. If you'd like me to talk less, talk more, just let us know. Feel free to share some feedback, make fun of my voice, whatever. It's all good. I understand I have the voice of a 12-year-old girl. Well, that's pretty insulting. I know 12-year-old girls with deeper voices than I do. But we're completely going to go through this game, and we hope you enjoy it. And it is definitely one of my favorite games. So we're going to move right along.
Isara, Martha, please be okay.
Martha!
What's her problem? She pregnant or just fat?
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
Stop this now!
See what she's wearing? Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkseid.
Then that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does. So, we got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. PU. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I will thank you to watch your tongue in this house. You have to leave, now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
Isara!
Huh? Hold it right there! Die! Dark son of a pig!
Isara, are you okay?
I'm okay thanks to you. But Martha, I think she's...
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
Right. Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of Imperials out there, Ace. It's only a matter of time before they take over the Mill Plaza.
Well, listen. The barn out back.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
Dad's tank. Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
And it's one of a kind. Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too. So it's just been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know, in case of emergencies. I enrolled in a maintenance class given by the military. I wanted to be able to do what my father could do.
Well, that's great. But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much. Hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power-to-weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
Well, assuming it does work. What's next?
Alright, Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
Yeah. Back in high school. Once.
We'll bring Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
Isara, we ready to roll?
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate. Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town. All right, Edelweiss, move out!
Okay, now we've got ourselves a tank, so we're going to be doing a little tank battle in our next battle, so here we go.
Here's the brief for this operation.
So basically we have to defend the gate, take out the tank, and till we can rendezvous, so we'll give it a shot. So basically keep the tank from being destroyed. Or not tank. Tank being destroyed would also be bad, but keep the gate from being destroyed and keep everybody alive. Here we go.
If this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away. Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Basically, they're saying you blow up sandbags with your grenades, which we already knew. We didn't use it last chapter, but we did talk about it. So basically, while sandbags give you great defense, they are not impregnable. They can be destroyed with grenades from enemies and from you guys. So it's not good to always keep your players clumped up. So we've got a Town Watchman, we've got Alicia, we've got two Town Watchmen, Alicia, and we've got the main gate there. So we're going to try to do a little damage here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, as you can see, there's a tank up ahead. Not good to take that on. So we're going to stay away from that as much as possible. We're going to stand up here. We're going to hop over the tank here. Our sandbags here. We're going to kind of run over to this side. And I'm going to make a run straight into this area here. So honestly, I don't remember where people are in this stage. Let's take a look at our map. Does look like there's some enemies this way. We're kind of sneak up. Take a look around. I am having a hard time remembering. Oh, there's an enemy. We're gonna try to take this one out because one less enemy is good. We are not in a great place for retired fire. He definitely has an easier shot at us. We're going to try to take him out as good as possible. Okay, we managed to pull that off. That was lucky. It could have... Okay, we're going to hop down here. We're going to crawl at this point. We're going to stay hidden. Kind of keeps us away from enemy soldiers. So we're going to end his action right there. We exposed one person on the right-hand side. Actually, there's two now that we can see. We're going to try to use Town Watchman to take out one of those guys up top. We're going to hop over the sandbags here. We're going to run this way. Where is that guy? Or gal, we should say. Let's not be sexist. Okay, we're taking 2 shots. That's not good. Okay, we want to kill this guy as fast as possible. Kind of leaving ourselves open, but we're kind of going a little reckless on this. So he's done. We're going to run for cover over here because we don't need to get involved in that. We're going to stay standing so that way if the guy comes around the corner, we can get a couple of good shots in. Okay, now we're going to go to Alicia here. We still have one enemy there. We have this symbol here is the symbol for scouting. It kind of looks like binoculars. That's kind of the way I remember it. These are basically shock troopers. They're machine gunners. Heavier on HP than scouts. Not as good movement, but they make up for it in firepower. So now that we've done that, I think I am going to take Alicia here. We're going to try to get rid of that last scout on the right-hand side because I don't want any of them to be kicking around here. So we're just going to make a run for it. We're going to keep to the side. We're just going to run right in here. He's not here. He must be a little further. Where is he? Right around this corner. We're going to pull up our gun right away. And this is actually important twofold. We're going to try to kill him. Obviously, it takes one enemy away from us that we don't have to worry about later. Also, you'll notice that he has a command point attached to him. If we kill him, being that he's in red, that means they have one less movement per turn. That was huge. So now we're going to run back the other way.
Enemy unit spotted.
And we're going to stay... Okay, where did she spot somebody? More people are behind that building. Okay, so we're going to stay with them behind this tree. So that way, if anybody comes, we kind of get a two-prong attack going. We're going to end our current action. It's going to end our first turn. Actually, we have one more command point. I thought we only had 3. That was my mistake. So now we really have to figure out what we want to do here. I'm a little nervous about advancing at this point. I think we're going to end our turn, end our phase, and that command point will carry over to our next turn. So we're going to end phase. We're going to let them move here. We don't want to overextend ourselves. Okay, so they're moving the tank in. We're going to take a couple pot shots here. Obviously, that tank's not worried about us. Okay, so they're going to move their troops into their area. And they're going to use their tank for cover. So move their shock trooper in. They're going to provide cover for their guys.
No! If this keeps up...
Basically, we can use Ragnade to help us recover energy loss during a turn. It does take one of your action points, though. So now we're going to bring Alicia back to the beginning. We're going to try to stay in cover. Hopefully we're far enough away where we're not going to take any shots. We're going to hop over this sandbag here. Whoa, okay, we are well within range of the Gatling gun. That may have been a mistake on my part. We are going to change the weapon here. This may end in utter failure. think it is going to end in utter failure. We're going to pull back then. We're going to stand up and we're going to run back the other way, and hopefully Alicia will not take enough damage to kill her. And I completely messed that one up. So we may be going to Alicia's funeral soon, which would mean that we're restarting the stage. So you would see our first failure on the broadcast, which is awesome. So at this point, I think I am going to sneak this guy around and try to go to the back end here. See if we can break up this little party over here. Oh, he doesn't have a grenade. How can you not give him a grenade? He's a town watchman. Okay, since these guys are behind cover here, they are not going to, well, he's not behind cover, so we're going to take him out. I don't want to have to worry about him later. So we're going to get a couple shots in here. Except he actually didn't hit with anything but 2 shots. And he's a shock trooper. Awesome. So we're going to run away. And we're going to end our turn with him. Wow, I am feeling tremendously right now. So we're going to go right back to him. And we're going to be persistent. Pull up our gun right away. We're going to try to take out this shock trooper. We are just going to keep at it. We are not quitters. Okay, we got rid of the shock trooper. That's going to be a huge help for us. Now we'll run away. And we're going to find some cover to stand with this townsman over here. We're going to stay in that section. Okay, with Alicia, we're going to go back to Alicia. We're going to try to run away with her.
Moving out.
Okay. She has taken a significant amount of damage. We are going to change to Ragnade. Hopefully she has it. We're going to use that in the effort to hopefully heal her. And then we're going to stand up. We're going to run away. Okay, we're going to hop this sandbag, and we're going to go over here, because we don't want any part of that right now. We're going to end that current action. That was almost like a whole wasted turn. And again, we're going to wait on this end phase, because in a moment you'll see why I'm stalling for time. If I was smarter, I just would have kept looping around and tried to take out some more people from the back end. They're continue to throw grenades.
This gate can't take much more.
Okay, so obviously our gate's taking a beating here. It has not been one of our finest hours when it comes to our battle. Vulcan has arrived, and that's going to help immensely. Okay, so we need to get Welkin over with the tank as fast as possible to take out that other tank. We do have an extra turn. I want to see which way that tank is positioned. Actually, 1, 2, 3... The tank is facing to our left, so we are going to take Welkin right off the bat, and we're going to get him. Tank's movements are...
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Welks.
All right, let's give it a
So basically, they move really slow, they use a lot of CP, but they can take a decent amount of damage except for their weak spot.
Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
All right, let's go take it down.
So basically, we need to take down that tank as fast as possible. We're going to try to get into position here. To make our life easier, they're going to... Basically, you can use mortar shells, rounds, or machine gun. That's what options the tank have. You can only use one mortar, one round per attack. Later on, you can get engineers that can reload you as a tank. So we're going to use a mortar here to try to break up this little party. We're going to switch. Actually, how many mortar rounds do I have? We're going to drop a mortar right there, so that way he's weak. We've taken him out. We don't have to worry about him. And now we're going to end our turn, and we're going to go right back to Welkin with the tank. We're going to try to get within range of that other tank. And you can see the tank's weakness is that bright blue spot. So we're going to get right up in its business, and we're going to take a shot. Because we don't want this tank to get any more shots at that gate. So we're going to... So basically, tanks have multiple HP. They have tread HP and they have regular HP. Tread HP, you destroy tread, your tank can't move anymore. And that's helpful later on. A lot of times it's easier just to go for the engine and kill the thing outright. So we're going to end our current action. We're going to go right back to Welkin. And we're going to make sure that tank is done, because that is the biggest hindrance we have. We could be trying to aim for that and try to make it a clean hit, but you'll notice that it takes, well, it still says it takes 5 to kill. That must be the tank tread. It takes 1 to kill this big target area here, so we're going to play it safe and hit the main spot, and that way we don't have to worry about an errant tank shell missing, because without the accuracy boost, your tank can miss horribly, and it can really come at an inopportune time.
Yes, we stopped it.
So while that was not one of our prettiest run-throughs of this board, it was effective. We got the job done. We're probably going to get a rank B rank ending if I had to take a guess, because that definitely was not pretty.
Welks, it's a boy.
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
Actually, we got an A rank. I was able to fumble through that enough to get an A rank. We'll take it. Again, not the prettiest round that I've ever played in my life. So I hope you enjoyed me fumbling through the Chapter 2 battle. We're going to finish up the story, and we'll be back for our Chapter 3 playthrough.
2 hours after the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle, and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Well, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Chapter 3. Vassal Urban Warfare.
Well, that's it for Chapter 2. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me fumbling my way through that battle in epic proportions. Hopefully I'll get better at this. Suggestions, comments, praise, criticism, feel free to post on YouTube. I'm happy to have you following us. If you get a chance to subscribe to my channel, give it a shot. Hopefully I'll get better at this and you'll be in on something that gets a little bit more entertaining as we go. Again, we'll be playing through Valkyria Chronicles in its entirety, so join us for Chapter 3. Have a great one.